Hello and welcome into today's Daily Sports Take. If you've missed any of my other Daily Sports Takes, be sure to scroll through my Twitter or subscribe to my YouTube channel. Over the past 4 days, I've been releasing my mock draft version 1.0. So I've already released picks 1 through 20. This mock draft has no trades, by the way. I will do a mock draft with trades later on down the line. So today I'm going to talk about picks 21 through 25. So starting with the 21st overall pick, I have the Philadelphia Eagles selecting wide receiver Justin Jefferson out of LSU. Jefferson stands at 6'1", 202 pounds, and he runs a 4.43 40. He's comparable to Greg Jennings in the slot, so he's going to be a quarterback's best friend. He makes tough contested catches, and he's slippery when he does get the ball. Now, he does need to work on making his routes a little bit more crisp and consistent in the NFL, but I think that he could be a great fit for the Philadelphia Eagles. So now we go to the 22nd overall pick. I have the Minnesota Vikings focusing on defense here. They're going to select cornerback Kristian Fulton, also out of LSU. Fulton stands at 6', 197 pounds, and he ran a 4.46 40 at the combine. He's great at tracking the ball and making plays, but he can get lost in complicated routes by really good route runners. So I think he doesn't project as an every down cornerback, but you put him in situations where he's able to play more outside man-to-man coverage. I think Fulton could be a great fit for this Minnesota Vikings team to help give their defense more depth in the secondary. And now we go to the 23rd overall pick. The New England Patriots are always tough to guess who they're going to draft. It's very tough to see who Bill Belichick actually wants to draft. But I think he's going to stick with defense here and select linebacker Patrick Queen out of LSU. Queen is 6', 229 pounds. He really came out of nowhere as a one-year starter for the national championship team in LSU. He runs a 4.5 40, which is no surprise when you see just how fast he plays on tape. He's athletic enough to cover tight ends and running backs, and he's also quick enough to be able to make tackles in open field. So I think Queen has enough upside and versatility to fit really well in a Bill Belichick run defense. Now going to the 24th overall pick, I have the New Orleans Saints drafting cornerback Jeff Gladney out of TCU. Gladney isn't the biggest prospect. He's not the most hyped prospect coming out in the secondary out of this year's draft. But he's a hard-nosed irritant at the corner position. But I compare him a little bit to Asante Samuel back in the early 2000s. I think that he's gritty. Coach Patterson at TCU did a good job teaching him how to play hard-nosed football, which is perfect for his size and skill set. And I think that he would be a really good fit for this New Orleans Saints team in extra packages, especially on third down situations where he can man up and press coverage somebody and really just irritate them. Sort of like a Patrick Beverley in the NBA. That's the kind of player that he could be in the NFL. And finally, the 25th overall pick, the Minnesota Vikings will select a wide receiver here. They'll take Denzel Mims out of Baylor. Mims is a bigger receiver, sitting at 6'3", 207 pounds, and he can be an okay replacement for Stephon Diggs, who they traded to the Buffalo Bills this offseason. He opens the field with his 4.38 40 time, and he can take the top off to create space for others. He's also a red zone playmaker who's really good at using his big, strong hands and his physical body to go over defenders to make a play. So Denzel Mims would be the perfect complement to Adam Thielen and Kirk Cousins and the rest of that Minnesota Vikings offense. So as always, if you like this Daily Sports Take content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. That was picks 21 through 25. Tomorrow, I'll release the rest of my first mock draft. We'll go over picks 26 through 32. You're not going to want to miss that video, so definitely stay tuned. And hey, have a great day. Quarantine life. Enjoy it. Relax. It's Sunday. Enjoy, everybody.